What's going on, guys? Out here in the garage, Dad's hellcat. As you can see, Rodney's is gone. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So if I can get y'all, that's not going to work. All right. So as you see, Rodney's car is not here. He's not had his car here for, I think it's been at least 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. So he got the mod itch. You know, 707 wasn't enough horsepower for him. Rodney's a real top end guy, so he wants to go 200 on the in the car. However, the roads around here a little sketchy for that kind of running. So there's definitely several places to do it, but he's wanting the car to be faster, so it doesn't take as long to do it. So he can do it, and yeah. So he'd been communicating with, I'm pretty sure it's HHP out up northern somewhere from us. I can't remember what state they're from, but I'm pretty sure they're like the best Mopar guys there are. So he'd been talking to them, and they've been giving him recommendations and stuff. So he finally went ahead and did it, and I'm trying to remember exactly what he did. I know they recommended a a can-in drop-in filter. Keep the stock, I don't know why I said cold air right there. Keeping the stock intake, just putting a can-in drop-in filter to help free it up as much as possible, because they said the stock intakes are really just, you know, as good as it gets. Unless you're real high horsepower, they flow plenty good air and keep your intake temps lower than an open filter would. So he did that, and he went a smaller upper pulley. I'll put on the screen or something what size it is, because I don't remember. But it's a clutchless. For those that don't know, the Hellcats actually have a clutch on the pulley itself, so that when you let off after going full throttle, it doesn't drain your motor down and drop the RPMs. It actually kind of lets it free spin. So because how much horsepower it actually uses in order to spin the supercharger. So some people have said on the clutchless systems that they'll have belt slip and premature wear and stuff, but HHP said they've not had any problems with it, so that's what he went with. It's definitely a more involved swap than like Dad's old Mustang had a Roush blower on it. Me and my buddy Gear, y'all know Gear. Me and Gear swapped the pulley. Went from whatever stock was, I think, to an 82 millimeter, but it was just, you know, you took the snout off and it was done. Whereas on the Hellcat, you actually have to take the top of the supercharger off, and yeah, it's a lot more complicated. So I didn't really feel like getting into that because I didn't want the liability of everything. So I told him I really didn't feel like doing it, but luckily he's good friends with a full-time mechanic, so they've been doing it, and they both have it. Like Rodney owns a drag car, and this guy drives it for him, so they're no problem. But so he did that. Hasn't touched the exhaust, but he's thinking about doing a cat delete, because that's pretty much the only thing they recommended. So the exhaust flows just as good. So wasn't really needing anything with that. He doesn't like really loud, so like he doesn't like how loud Dad's is with just a resonator delete or a mid muffler delete. So, but he's thinking about getting those just to pull out a little more power. He did a 160 degree thermostat, I believe, help keep it cooler. He said that's definitely working really good. He is currently, I think they did this yesterday or the day before, put the stock gearing back in the car, because he said, and like I said, he's crazy. He said about 140 to 150, the car just kind of feels like it's running out of steam, which I don't really know what he means by that, because like it shouldn't feel like that even with the steeper gears. But he's thinking it's just, I don't know. I don't really know, but the gearing, I think, may be a little bit too much for the top end kind of stuff, whereas the stock 262 gears probably at 150 miles an hour with the stock gears with the 262 versus the 309. He's going to be an entirely different gear. He'll be an entire gear down than what he would be with the 309 gears. So it's definitely more oriented for the top end stuff. So he's putting those back in, and he's going to see how it does. Like I said, he's going to I think he's going to do the cat delete after all. But he's doing a lot of data logging. When you do tune these, as far as what they do, you actually get an entirely new computer, PCM or ECU, whichever one it is, and they actually replace the entire thing, and it comes like with their base tune on it, and then you do data logging in order to get the car straight. They've been having kind of some issues getting data logs swapped back and forth in a timely manner. They said like the other day when he was trying to get his last revision, there was like I think it was 200 people, 200 tunes they had to get through. So obviously very busy, but yeah. So got the K&N drop-in filter, 160 degree thermostat, X amount upper pulley, tune, and possibly he said since they're still doing the data logging and stuff, he might go ahead and get the cat delete. So that'll free up some more. So that car will definitely be well over 700 wheel horsepower for sure. With all of that, I'm not sure what the boost will be up to, but the supercharger is much louder. He's taken it to one cruise in, hasn't been able to really get on it yet, but other than the couple of data logs like one gear pulls that they ask you to do and stuff like that. But he was in the parking lot and kind of just got on it a little bit, and a supercharger was screaming. So with that smaller upper pulley, it definitely is spinning faster. So I can't wait to drive it. It's going to be nuts. I mean, the bone stock one freaking screams. So I'm ready to drive his, and his Mickey Thompsons, he said, are about shot already. He's got them about smoothed over, so gonna have to get some new tires. That's another thing that the stock gearing is going to help definitely, is with traction, because when we first got these tires on there, with the 262s and the automatic, the car's really hooked very good on the street. And then we threw the 309, or Dad threw the 309 gears in it, and it kind of hurt the on street red light racing performance, just because it's spinning. It's got a lot more gear under it, so it's a lot harder for the tires to manage. So Rodney's going up in power and now going back down in gear, so maybe it'll equalize somewhere about what like this one hooks, with the bigger gear and stock power. So we'll see. I know a couple of you Hellcat guys follow the channel. If you're watching this far, go ahead and comment down below if y'all have done any mods, what kind of power y'all have seen, what's the best thing to do. Basically, I guess what he's got left would be maybe do headers, because his exhaust is untouched unless he did the cat delete, which I'll find out next time I see him or whatever. But yeah, y'all just let me know. Is there any little trick or a little mod that goes a long ways with the Hellcats, or is it basically just just do full bolt-ons? E85 we don't really have access to here. 93 we have some good 93, but E85 is really just not an option because of how sparse it is. There's like one gas station that I can even think of. So yeah, but other than that, y'all let me know. Unfortunately, Dad has got freaking what's it called? You get it from chicken pox. I'm having a complete brain fart right now. Whatever. I can't. I've lost it. I can't even think. He's got it on his face and on his eye and stuff, so he's really swollen. That's why I'm over here hanging out, gonna check on him and stuff. But yeah, so Hellcat hasn't really done much of nothing for a while, just because he's been pretty sick. But yeah, Y'all comment down below, let me know what you think. And hopefully the next Hellcat video you see will be me driving the Hellcat and get some good sound clips. Sure I'll get someone in there to do some reactions with and stuff, because it's probably going to be nuts. It'll probably definitely be the fastest car I've ever been in or driven. So yeah, y'all let me know and look forward to the next video. See ya.